पेटेंट के दौरान या कॉपीराइट रजिस्टर करने के दौरान आपको किस तरह से चैलेंजेस आते हैं और उन चैलेंजेस को कैसे आपको ओवरकम करना है। तो प्लीज़ मैं वीडियो स्टार्ट कर रही हूँ, आप इसमें बने रहिएगा। थैंक यू सो मच।
That are being faced in the copyright world today. We'll do this with the help of some legal provisions and with the help of some case laws, old and new. So if you see, the first question that comes to mind when you listen to copyright, when you hear the word copyright, is like, what is copyright, right? Copyright is exactly what the word says. It's the right to copy. So and the owner of the copyright and anyone that's authorized by the owner are the only ones with the right to reproduce any work. So copyright protects the expression of a particular idea, the manner in which it is made. The work has to be an expression. It has to be a combination of things, and copyright does not protect an idea per se, right? You may have an idea, 4 people may have the same idea, but if the manner in which the idea is expressed by these 4 people differs and there is originality in each of the 4 works, then each of the 4 works can be protected, even though the idea may more or less be similar and may eventually lead to the same or similar result. Then the next basic point that we need to remember is that copyright is automatically created as soon as the work is created. So if an original copyrightable work is created, then automatically copyright vests in it by virtue of creation, which brings us to the next part, that registration as such of copyright is not mandatory. And while it is definitely recommended because it acts as prima facie evidence of your ownership in the work, and it acts as legal evidence in case of an infringement or in a court case, etc. But it is not a mandatory requirement, and the copyright in a work vests by virtue of its creation automatically. So next, we'll look at, what is the legal framework for copyright in India. So it is governed by the Copyright Act of 1957, which was last substantially amended in 2012. It is administered by the Copyright Office. That is, if you seek registration, then it is the Copyright Office that administers that, which comes under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. India is a signatory to, with respect to copyright specifically, India is a signatory to major international treaties. There are several others, but these are the 2 main ones in my view. One is TRIPS, which is Trade-Related Aspects of Intellectual Property Rights Agreement. And the second is the Berne Convention for Protection of Literary and Artistic Works. TRIPS is, both of these treaties actually set the minimum standard for IP protection for its member nations. TRIPS is, it relates to IP in general, and while there are specific chapters for different kinds of IP. Berne Convention is specific to copyright. In fact, it says that if a particular work is protected in a country, is protected in, say, one country, then it will be protected in another member nation as if it were a domestic work there. Now, for example, if both Canada and India are signatories to the Berne Convention, if a work is protected in Canada, then by virtue of its protection in Canada, it automatically gets protection in India as if it were an Indian work. It gets as if it were a domestic Indian work. So that's the advantage of being a signatory to the Berne Convention. So this is the principle of national treatment that I just referred to. So, a question arises as to what all can I protect, right? What all can I claim copyright in? So there are several different kinds of works. The first is the literary work, which is the actual written word, the written text. So books, computer programs. Now, computer programs meaning software can be protected as copyright. It is, so you have to give the object code and the subject code of the program itself, and that is what is protected. Then you have dramatic works in which choreographic works or plays or screenplays, etc., are protected. Then you have musical works, which are compositions and the notation of a particular work is protected as copyright. Then you have artistic works like, paintings or sculptures or photographs or architectural works, etc. Then you have cinematograph films, which are visual recordings. So your movies or your YouTube videos, these short videos, short films, anything that you watch as a video on a visual platform is a cinematograph film. Then you have sound recordings, which are recorded audio songs. These are songs or any other kind of audio as such. Now, who owns these rights, right? So because there are several kind of, then it is a direct infringement. So if a person does anything which is the exclusive right of the copyright holder as conferred under the act, then it is a direct infringement. Then there could be an indirect infringement, in which if a person allows, for profit, allows use of any place for communication of a work to the public, decide, post a movie or a work that is copyright protected, and they know that it is an infringement, but they allow it to be hosted on their website, then it amounts to indirect infringement. Again, the infringing activity. Then for commercial gain, then there is a discretion on the judge to grant a lesser punishment, but there is also enhanced penalty for second and subsequent infringements, with the minimum imprisonment term becoming 1 year and the fine being 100,000. Now, we'll discuss something that, because this year's WIPO theme is music, I think it's important that we discuss some copyright aspects with regard to music as well. But for that, we'll discuss a case for that. But let's first talk about copyright societies. Now, what are copyright societies? Copyright societies are societies that are registered under the Act to help owners of copyright grant licenses for use of their copyright, and for ease of the public to seek such a license. Now, for example, if I want to use Kal Ho Na Ho, the song somewhere, I don't know. I know that the song belongs to probably Dharma Productions. I don't know how to approach Dharma Productions to get rights to the song, to use it somewhere. And so what will I do? I will approach a copyright society that owns the song. So what happens is that copyright owners assign their rights to these societies, who in turn assign, meaning they sell their rights to these copyright owners, sell these rights to the copyright societies, and then these societies grant licenses in almost every aspect of our work and life these days. This will soon become the norm. So what happened in ANI versus OpenAI, which was filed before the Delhi High Court in 2024, I think late 2020. Network, and they claimed that OpenAI was using copyrighted news content without authorization from ANI to train ChatGPT. They said it had no right to use its content for profit, even if the material was freely accessible online. It was available everywhere because it's news, right? So it's available, it was freely accessible online, but ANI said OpenAI does not have the right to use it. Then it also said that OpenAI must comply with copyright laws and for AI training, which means basically going around the web and using content that is available without compensation, amounts to commercial exploitation, because content creators have the exclusive right to decide how their work is supposed to be used. Based on this, they filed a suit against OpenAI and claimed heavy damages. What does OpenAI have to say in response? OpenAI said that Delhi High Court doesn't have jurisdiction because it is a US based company, it has no physical offices and does not have operational servers.
Aspects of copyright. Thank you so much for your time here. And
thank you so much. Glad to be
on
here.
behalf
Thank
of
you so
IIC
much.
and AICP, I thank you all for joining this. So now,
thank you. All right. Can I can leave, right?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much.
So now let's introduce our second distinguished speaker, Dr. Hemant Khoshla. He is the Deputy Registrar of Copyrights with the Government of India. He's a renowned legal scholar with LLB, LLM, and a PhD, where his research is focused on international trademark registration under the Madrid Protocol. He has completed over 10 specialized courses from the World Intellectual Property Organization, showcasing his dedication to mastering IP law. Since 2020, he has been overseeing copyright registrations and amendments in India, earning him widespread respect as a leading voice in copyright law and policy. So we are very much excited.
One thing is we are giving the registration to the copyright in different spheres. So that is in literary, artistic, cinematograph, film, sound recording, and software. Another job we are doing, we are receiving the application for the copyright registration for the society, and then it's forwarded to the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, DPIIT, for generating the registration certificate. And what is the copyright society is that to doing the business of the copyright work in the different spheres, like in literary, cinematograph, films, sound recording, and the copyrighted the photocopy work, and so on. So what documents you needed for the copyright registration? Ma'am, can you meanwhile can you try to put the slides?
Yes, sir. I think there is some technical issue. We'll be sorting it right away. Just a second. Yes, sir.
It's okay. It's okay. So if you want to have a registration in the literary work, then you need to file. There is a form that is very easy form. That is a form 14. What included in form 14 is a statement of particulars, statement of further particulars. If the author and owner is different, then you will have to take no objection certificate from author. Hope you understand what is the basic difference between the author and owner. Anuja ma'am has clearly make the difference between who is the author and who is the owner of the work. So I am not touching this point right now. So if there is a difference between the author and owner, you will have to submit the no objection certificate from the author. If there is a publisher, pen drive, or in the CD or in the DVD. Same in the case of the cinematograph film. If we talk about the computer software registration, then in that case, you will have to give the source code only. If the source code is comprised more than 20 pages, then you will have to give first 10 pages and the last 10 pages of the entire source code. So these are the documents you needed at the time of filing the copyright application in different category. So excuse me, can I have slides? Hello, I'm audible?
Yes, sir. So we have
Yes, sir,
changed
you are
the slide
perfectly
number 2.
audible, sir. अभी पाओ ऑडियो गया.
Heyman, sir? Yeah, can you see the slides? It should be on steps from filing to registration.
Just wait, man. Yes, just wait. Creating the thing, we are having more than 100 of journals. We are writing, we are posting on the websites. We are posting the content to the YouTube, etc. But what thing is, we are not getting the copyright. We are not filing the application for the copyright registration. There may be the two things that I personally believe. That one, the copyright is automatically granted whether you are having a copyright registration or not, but it doesn't mean that we are not getting we are not filing the application. We must have a copyright registration certificate, because this is the prima facie evidence which we can submit in front of the courts. So if we see the stronger legal protection, we must have some evidences, that prima facie evidences. So robust judicial support in place of stronger protection of the authors and creators, progressive judicial approach towards upholding the sanctity of copyright laws in India, published work, and the publisher is different, then you will have to give the no objection certificate from the publisher itself.
Okay, thank you, sir. I think it has, you have given a clarity on this. Now, few more questions from the YouTube. Jishnu is asking, how much cost is involved in copyright filing to approval?
In the case of the sound recording, you will have to give the 2,000 rupees, that is the government fees. And if that is a cinematograph film, then you will have to give the 5,000 rupees DD.
For the concluding session.
Yeah, thank you, Shruti. Hope I'm audible.
Yes.
So good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Ministry of Education's Innovation Cell and AICT, I would like to thank each and every one of you for joining today's enriching session on copyrights as a part of IP, the day 3 of IP Utsav. A special note of thanks to our distinguished speakers, Dr. Hemant Khosla, Deputy Registrar of Copyrights, Government of India, and Ms. Anuja Pate from KNS Partner for so generously sharing your time, expertise, and experience with all of us. Ms. Anuja beautifully, she set the stage by walking us through the fundamentals of copyrights, laying a strong foundation of understanding their importance in creative and the academic ecosystem. Building on that, Dr. Hemant Khosla, in his dual capacity as a Deputy Registrar and the Senior Examiner of Copyrights, offered us rare and valuable insights. Basically, more specifically saying like valuable insights into the whole of the application procedure of the copyrights from the IP office perspective. His detailed insights truly demystified the practical aspects of filing for a copyright, making the session not only informative but also deeply impactful. Thank you so much, sir, for your time and such a impactful presentation. To all our participants, thank you so much for your thoughtful engagement, meaningful questions, and enthusiasm throughout the session. Your active involvement make the celebration more vibrant. Last but not the least, I would like to thank Shruti and Damini and also the whole of the IP.
Okay, थैंक यू सो मच टू ऑल स्टूडेंट्स जिन्होंने इतनी देर तक पेशेंस रख के इस वीडियो को, क्योंकि हमने और जो आपके क्वेश्चंस हों कुछ देखिए ये सारे इंग्लिश में थे, ठीक है, पर मुझे उम्मीद है कि कुछ बच्चे जो थोड़ा बहुत समझ पाए होंगे वो शायद कुछ क्वेश्चंस पूछें, या फिर आगे चल के हम उन्हें कुछ सिंपल भाषा में हिंदी में आपको आपकी लैंग्वेज में समझा सके। तो देखते हैं शायद किसी क्लास में ये चीज हम लोग कंप्लीट कर सके अपना। ओके, तो आज के लिए सभी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। ओके, थैंक यू सो मच, गुड नाइट, नमस्कार।